Welcome to the Garnaby Rickard Recreation Complex for some Saturday evening action for the under-18 AA Toros taking on Kingston. They're going to start with the lead line of Jackman, Howard, and Cameron Ryan, which came up big in their win versus Northumberland, with Cameron Ryan having 2 goals and Jackman adding 1 as well. And Aiden Howard, he led to 1 in that second period with the hit, with the cause of turnover. Now they've got to try and focus on Kingston. They shut them out the first time they played them here at the Rickard this year. Knocked down and fired up there for Jackman. Trying to get around the defenders. Logan Jackman, he's pushed off to the right side and then gets taken down by the defender in behind him. Kingston get the opportunity to try and get through center, and that's not going to work. Shaw poked it off his stick up to the other way. Foreman is in goal here for the Toros, and Batch is at the other end, and that one gets slid on net and right into Bash to make the save. Face-off is off to the left of Bash, trying to keep this in there at the line. Riley Dennis held that line, and Toros trying to keep it in the offensive end, and it comes in offside. On the offside call, face-off takes place at the Kingston blue line at their bench. Simon Smith to take this draw. It gets 1 on a scramble draw, and then taken down. There's our first penalty as number 84, Brown, got taken down. So it's going to be a penalty coming up here to number 16. That is Bud of Kingston. So first power play is trying to connect here for the Toros. Not even 2 minutes into the game after that hit by Bud. Face-off is coming off to the left of Bash. Brett Foreman will be in goal here for the Toros. This is the first game I've gotten to do with him this year in net. Over here to the other side. Nice play there by Shaw to get away from the defender. Walks out with a shot and just fires it over the glove hand of Bash. Kept in here from the line into the corner. They try to go back here to the blue line for Taylor, who keeps that in. Taylor's shot on net is scooped up there by Bash as he just shovels it off to the face-off circle for another face-off. Key face-off now off to the left, won by the Toros, and he gets it back there to the other side, and Taylor couldn't get that shot through. It's back in behind the net. Shaw going to pick that one up there on the left side. Get it back there for Taylor, who's going to try and shoot. It drops it off for Shaw with a shot, blocked away there by Bash into the corner. Strumanikowski tries to get around the checker. Put it into the corner there for Ryan Brown. Brown trying to get away from the defender on the left side. Around the boards, that goes here for Kingston to try and get it out of their own end. That goes up and out of play. Face-off now comes just outside the blue line to be taken by Simon Smith. It's one right here in front of us. Toros take their time back in their own end as Dennis leads that up. That was almost broken up there by number 8. Toros get it back again with Jackman bringing it up over the line. He's got Cameron Ryan out in front. Logan Jackman puts the brakes on and drops it back there for Dennis. 45 seconds left to go on the power play. Picked up by Kingston though and sent down the ice where Foreman's got to stop it from behind his own goal. Toros start this from their own end to try and get this around the defender. Only 30 seconds left, a penalty to Bud. Simon Smith waiting out in front for a pass. That comes on around the left side. Trying to keep it in here for Dennis, who pushes it behind the goal for Jackman now to try and get away from the defender. Logan Jackman back here for Hodgins. Playing catch with it with Jackman, who's trying to find an open lane. He makes it way through. Backhand by Cameron Ryan on net. Didn't make it to the goal. Still loose, and they score! From the side of the net. Bash was down and out, and they were able to put one up and over top of him. And the Toros have broken the goose egg early. It's 1-0. Couple of saves there by Bash, but he was down and out and could not get back to his feet to stop that other one. It's got swept into the back of the net for a power play goal for the Toros. So they're 1 for 1 on their power play now and hold a 1-0 lead to start off the Saturday night. Good job there by Borden to hold that line. Cutting free, as that was almost a knee there by Strumanikowski and his defender. Back for Borden. A shot on net is missing wide. Picked up here by Kingston can't clear it out. Then McGlynn took the hit from Clark, and here comes Bud. Bud a shot way over the mark and goes up and out of play. So now we get a face-off here in front of us. Put back in here for Taylor. White is on him as they try and cause a turnover. Now Brown's got it. Ryan Brown with a lead pass. Here comes an opportunity for Shaw. Off to the races and just missed on a breakaway. Setting that one up to the other side for Shaw. Here comes an opportunity for Kingston. Back in for White. White comes up over the line. Cuts free. Right in. Stopped there by Foreman with a left pad save. Good job by White on an end-to-end rush, but Foreman got him with the left pad to finish it off. Picked up here by Kingston from the penalty box area. Get pressure on there on the other side by Smith to try and cause a turnover. The lead pass is up through center for Nickel, who dumps it in. His intended pass there for Leonard, couldn't find it, but here's an opportunity for Fountain. Right in front, left pad save, still loose, and a shot that goes up into the netting and out of play. Face off to the left. Here's a quick shot that's going in wide, back in behind the goal. Trying to stuff this in from the side of the net. Hit the side of the goal, still banging away at it to try and get it in past Foreman. It goes from behind the net where Dennis is taking control. It's a 2-on-1 back there as Fountain is trying to dig it free. Around the boards it goes. It's going to get kept in here by England with a shot, and it gets angled right into the netting by Brett Foreman. Quick face-off off to the right of Foreman. Around the boards, Jackman couldn't pick it up as Fountain was on it. Trying to get around Hawkins here. Taken down there at the Toros bench was McGlynn. Backhands this way. That's Ryan Borden on that. Dumps that back into the Kingston end from behind the goal. As Kingston try and start something out here from their own end. A big collision from in behind. McGlynn tried to clear this away, and that would have been offside if it was accepted by Howard. The pass was read well by Strumanikovsky, but couldn't go with the puck. And now Connor Cole is going to try and get it. He had the winner in the Northumberland game that the Toros were able to hold on to 4-3 as he scored the tie-breaking goal in the third period. Borden gets around the defender for an opportunity to move this over. This is a part of a back-to-back. The under-18 AA's will be in Belleville for tomorrow's game, and then they're going to have a tournament, I believe next weekend, coming up in Oshawa. Here's a shot. Stopped off there by Foreman from behind the goal. It goes again. Back here to the line. Kept in there, but he hit Tompkins on his way through by Rutten. From their own end, they went for a pass for Tompkins that got broken up, but it's offside as Strumanikovsky was over the line. Faceoff got won by Kingston just outside of the neutral zone. And here's White, who led out with big offensive rushes last shift, but got stopped by Foreman with a good save. Here's Brown taking that pass and now tries to bring it in. He's got a defender to get around, so he just tried to dump it in and chase after his own puck in the left side. It's back in behind the net now. Taken away by Kingston as they started out with a pass over the reach on the other end of number 12 and put back into the zone. Number 12 is Leonard for Kingston. And here comes an opportunity now to start it out of their own end. Dumped all the way back into the corner. That's going to be Leonard who's going to chase it against Hodgins. Leonard has control of it, but his backhand is right to the slot area. Turnaround shot is blocked. Good job there by Dennis. Right to the front of the goal. And can't get it on his forehand as he was sitting on his behind and couldn't do anything with the puck, and Foreman is able to scoop it up. Face-off now is off to the left of Foreman. Trying to find it here to get it out. He gets tripped up. It's still loose there at the side. And now fired away, not out. Good job to keep that in from the blue line. Pushes it back in behind the Toros goal where Borden's back there. He's going to take a hit to try and cause a turnover. Toros get control of the puck as they lead it out. Jackman is waiting for a pass on the other side. He'll get it and then dump it right in on goal to be stopped there by Batch. From behind the goal, Kingston get the opportunity to clear it out. Jackman was over there to try and knock it down, but here comes an opportunity now to bring it in for Kingston. Up over the line, he takes it behind the goal now. Keeping control of it, good job to move it over to the other side for Waterman. Can't get to it. Here comes McGlynn on a breakaway. Then McGlynn shot! Just missed over the left hand of Bash. Backhanded away there by Kingston. And now picked up there from their own end. Connor Cole putting pressure on to try and get to it. That goes over the stick of Salter. And Taylor is there on the other side. Brought in over the line. Good job there by Bud to stay on side. Dumped right back in here by Rattan back into the Toro zone. Blake Smith with it now. He dropped it off. Here comes Connor Cole to lead it in. Cole gets passes one man and gets it to the left side to set it up in front. Smith from behind the goal now. Uses the defense for Salter, who tries a shot through a screen. It hit a Kingston defender right in front. Salter then takes the hit. It goes back in behind the goal again to try and fire this around the glass area. Still loose on that left side to try and dig it out. Stepping into one. That's a right pad stop there. Strumanakoski got stopped. Cleared away through center now. It's Taylor with it. Taylor sees the pressure on there by Tompkins, so he moves it away, and they try and get away from White. Here at center is Strumanakoski. Good move. Strumanakoski fans on his shot, though, before he could get it through, and then gets taken into the boards. Hard around the boards and out, back into the Toros end. Racing after it back in his own zone. Here comes Smith up over the line. Simon Smith a shot. Hit a stick and rolled in wide. Almost 5 minutes left to go here in period number one. Toros holding on to a 1-0 lead on an early power play goal here in this first period as Campbell brings it up over the line and White touches it offside. Face-off gets won by the Toros in their own end, and it's Dennis with it. He almost made the pass up through center past White. Picked up there with a lead pass for White again, and it was a collision right here in front of us as White was tangled up with his man on the other side, as that was Riley Dennis. From behind the goal is Hodgins. Cooper Hodgins over here for Brown, looking for an open lane. Brown gets it around Nickel and then takes a hit there on the other side by White. Took a hit to make the play. It's back in behind the goal for Smith to try and get to it. Coming around the boards for an opportunity up through center. They've got Fountain going to the front of the net, and he's not going to get to that loose puck as Foreman sees him entering the zone and just scoops it up for a face-off. Face-off right here in front of us. Knocked down there by England, puts it back in behind the net. Trying to win this battle here on the other side to try and get it out. He'll flip it away. Cameron Ryan takes a hit on the other side as he's going to pick it back up here in his own end. Late pass up through center. Nicely read and put back in. Slap right back in behind the goal. It comes around again for Jackman. It's kept in here now for an opportunity. Backhanded away by Hanna. Off to the side shot. Hit a stick and went wide. Picked up here by the Toros again off the glass and out. And that's England's shot that gets blocked. Still loose from the side as they put it back in. A lead pass that tries to get around. And there's a hit on the other end by Aiden Howard. Back here to the other side. Using the boards to his advantage to get it out. Anglin is able to put it back in where it came from. Taylor from his own zone. Got to get around Tompkins. That read well by Bud, who tries to make his way through, but he got stood up there by Salter on a nice defensive play. Not out of the zone. Clark kept that in. Salter another chance to clear. This one's going to come out as it's Blake Smith with his pass. Broken up by Clark, who puts it back where it came from, back in behind the Toros net, where Taylor picks it up. He's going to take a hit, but he makes the play for his defensive partner to try and get it out, but it was caught in the feet. Still loose here on the side here for number 72, as Clark is digging away at it, and Waterman keeps it in. Here's Taylor with it now to try and flip it away. It's high enough to get it out. Waterman picks that up, and we'll get a whistle, as he might have got knocked down with a hand pass or something. We'll get a whistle on the stoppage in play. 2:40 left to go here in period number one. The Toros still holding on to their 1-0 lead they grabbed early in the first period on their power play goal from behind the net. Waterman retrieves that back in behind his own goal. Trying to get this out of their own end now. That can't be picked up there by Smith as that gets sent down the ice. And it's going to have enough mustard to just cross that red line for icing. Faceoff got won by the Toros in the offensive end. Going to look to take a shot to the goal, but it got blocked. And Kingston are trying to get it away through center again. Dump right back into the corner. Convoy goes back in his own end to try and move it around. That got read well, but couldn't pick it off though. Nico with a backhanded pass. Dumped in, past number 12, Leonard, into the corner. Ryan Brown gets the opportunity to clear. He'll take the hit there by Nico as they fight for that puck in the corner. Back here to the line. They try and go for Convoy. It got broken up, and then here's White trying to knock down Ryan Brown with a hit. Smith with an opportunity to go. It went over his stick, and now Brown retrieves it on the other end. He'll fire it on goal, and that's an easy scoop-up save there for Bash as he'll just take another draw. It's a scrambled draw right out off the draw that tried to get a shot through on goal from behind the net. Brown is back there to try and help out his teammate to get that puck free. Kingston get the opportunity to clear, and that goes up and out of play. Smith now wins that draw. Borden keeps it in as that goes over the stick and back into the corner. Try for an opportunity to fire this around. McGlynn's going to try and keep it in. Here comes an opportunity now with it at center, and that's Hodgins moving it out with a pass for Simon Smith on the other side. He's getting up there with Shaw into the corner. Last minute of play of the first period as that shot by McGlynn comes in on net. It gets stopped there by Bash, trying for the wraparound. He gets it back there for Salter. Salter can't shoot. Lets McGlynn try. Here's a shot stopped by Bash, and he's right on that rebound to cover it up. Face-off is just off to the left of Bash. Trying to win this draw from behind the goals, Cameron Ryan. He'll get taken into the boards from behind there by Rattan. Trying to dig that out right in the slot area. They score! Jackman out in front of the net. Snapped it in on a one-timer. And it's 2-0 Toros. Jackman took the pass and wasted no time to snap it in to make it 2-0, but back the other way comes Leonard, who fires it over his foreman's shoulder, and just like that, Kingston have an answer with 28 seconds left to make it 2-1. Connor Cole to take this draw now. Backhanded in by Nico and on net, back and behind the goal. Taken away here by the Toros, trying to get it out, kept in there by Waterman. Block shot, Blake Smith's all on his own. He's got some time. Scores! Blake Smith on a breakaway after a block shot. Made no mistake, and the Toros have their 2-goal lead back at 3-1. With 10 seconds left to go here in period number 1 now. That goes over the stick of Smith, who just scored a big goal here for the Toros on a breakaway. And it's going to put them up by 2 to go to period number 2 as the Toros opened up that 2-0 lead on a goal by Jackman. But a quick answer by Kingston made it 2-1. But we just saw the goal by Blake Smith that has the under-18 AA's up 3-1 to go to period number 2. Face-off now to be taken here at center, won by the Toros in their own end. And that's Borden going back there. He'll take a hit from in behind the goal. Taken away by Kingston. Back in behind the net there's tried to jam it in from the side. He can't get it back there to the line for Campbell, who's awaiting a pass. That goes behind the goal instead. Taken away by the Toros as they lead it out. Here comes an opportunity to move it. Connor Cole retrieves the pass, walks in, shot, gets blocked. And the rebound hopped over his stick, but he got it back and put it into the corner for Struminikoski. Struminikoski trying to get around for an opportunity. Sets it up back to the line for Salter. Open line for a shot right into the Kingston crest of Bash. Face off now. Simon Smith tries to win it. That goes over the stick. Kept in by Tyus Salter with a shot going in wide. Trying to pick it up here on the other side is Shaw, who gets hit. And now Brown comes over there and looking to take his man down. So some physical play here on this shift here for the Toros. Into the corner goes Shaw to try and keep that in. Nice play there for Brown. Couldn't pull the trigger, tries to get it back again. And now Shaw gets it. Backhands it to the front of the goal. Brown waiting out in front for a pass on the right side. Back here to the line though. Shot on goal. is blocked on the way through and picked up here by Tompkins. Tompkins brings this up over the line but can't shoot it. It got blocked by Taylor on the other end. Toros get it and dump it right in on goal. It goes wider than that, back into the corner where it gets picked up there by and turned over to Brown. Brown with control of the puck is going to try to cut right to the center with a backhand. Set it up to the other side over here for Hodgins. Cooper Hodgins out in front of the goal. Cameron Ryan picks that up and goes for the wraparound, and up against the post tightly there was Bash to hold on to it. Face-off now is off to the left of the Kingston end. It's going to be Aiden Howard to take the draw. It's a win draw, and it just dribbles right in there to Bash, who covers it up and takes his chances with another face-off in his own end. Aiden Howard to take this draw now. Howard kicked out. Now it's going to be Cameron Ryan coming in to take it. Howard to move to the left side. Here's a shot on net, getting blocked. Trying to get this out on his own end. Howard kept that in. 2-on-1, back up the other way here for Kingston. A shot on net is blocked away by Foreman. Big high blocker save there by him. Still loose, so from the side they shot. Another big save there by Foreman, as he was able to come out with a right pad and stop that one off Rattan. Back in their own end. That causes the turnover. Jackman stopped there by Bash. Still loose there at the side. Jackman was looking for his second of the game and just got robbed by the right pad of Bash. Lead pass goes over the stick. Trying to pick this up there in their own end with a backhand. That goes over the stick there of Rattan. Knocks down his man there on the other end. From behind their own goal, it's going to be a lead pass. Picked up there by Kingston and put back in the zone. From behind their own net there is Dennis to try and clear it up. And now skating through center, it's going to be dumped right into Bash, who holds. Going to move that off and behind the goal. Dennis tried to do some damage here against Leonard. Blake Smith tries for the turnover. Now picked up in their own end. That's White going for the lead pass for Leonard, who picks it up. Leonard with a shot. That gets snagged out of the air by Foreman and holds on to it. Face-off gets one there by Kingston. Still loose there on the side to try and dig it out. It gets flipped away. Here comes an opportunity for Strumanakovsky, but couldn't get to the loose puck. Still loose here on the side. Toros picked that up. Here comes an opportunity now for Strumanakovsky right in on net. It's a fair catch there by Bash as he holds on to it. The face-off now is off to the right of the Kingston end. Connor Cole is going to lose that draw there to Tompkins. Connor Cole pushes that back in behind the own net. Strumanakovsky going back there. He's going to try and set this up from the side and jam it in. Connor Cole, a shot just going wide past the post. Cole still trying to keep it in, along with Taylor and Blake Smith. Smith has one of the goals. He scored the third one before period number one ended. And now he's going to draw a penalty as Kingston... No, it looks like it's going to be Blake Smith that's going to the box here to the Toros. No, they're going to even it up. It's going to be Clark going as well for Kingston. So it'll be 4-on-4 hockey as referee takes both players to the box. Played almost 4 minutes here of period number 2. Toros leading this one 3-1 with 3 goals in the first period. A face-off's going to be off to the left of Bash. One there by Kingston against Simon Smith and dumped down the ice just out of the reach of McGlynn. Borden is back there to try and beat him to it, and he does. Back here to the corner now, as he tries to go back here to the line with a shot that goes in wide of the net. Hawkins is back there to try and do something with it. Loses control of it, and now the Toros get the opportunity to bring it up. Nice drop pass. Brought up over the line now for Simon Smith to try and put it behind the goal. He gets taken down from in behind the net. Trying to find this and dump it out. Knocked down here by Hodgins. Simon Smith going to the Toros bench in a little bit of pain. A lead pass up through the center. It gets picked up here by Rattan. Rattan will dump that deep back into the Toros end. From behind the goal, they start this out. They'll try and start a breakout from their own end to try and get around the defender of Leonard. who causes the turnover. Jackman bringing it in as he tries to put it in the Kingston end. Going to complete his hit. Jackman takes it from behind, along with Aiden Howard. Howard throwing his body around to try and cause a turnover. Jackman's getting tangled up there in behind the goal with Conboy as that goes down the ice for icing. Aiden Howard now to take this draw. Jackman and Conboy from behind the net, and Jackman finishes off his hit on Conboy in behind. Trying to pick this up, lead pass for Leonard. Leonard picks that up over the line, now tries to put it in. He'll fire it back into the corner, right in on goal. Stopped by Foreman, but he couldn't corral it. Now the Toros try and take it from their own end. They'll try and split through 4D as Cameron Ryan right in. Stopped there by Bash, who makes a stop. And then Cameron Ryan says, if I can't score, I'll finish off a check in behind the net, and we'll get a whistle. Connor Cole now to take this draw. It's coming off to the right of Bash. One there by Tompkins. Fired around the boards. Bowden tries to knock it down. He does. Right in on net as Brown puts it in on goal, and it's an easy stay for Bash, who is able to just hang on to that and take another draw to be taken by Connor Cole off to his right. Toros make a change as Jackman's coming on to take Brown's spot. In behind the goal is Connor Cole. Right foot, they score! Out in front of the net was a one-timer up and over the shoulder of Bash to make it 4-1. Back in the zone goes Borden after that. Moving it over to the other side. Picked up here by Stromanikowski. Stromanikowski with a shot on net. Kicked aside there by Bash. From behind the goal again. Jackman trying to stay on his feet. He'll get it back here to the line. Another opportunity to shoot. Right on net. Stopped by Bash. Stromanikowski trying to find it. Along with Jackman, who tried to take a hit. Connor Cole with that loose puck. Gets it back to the line. Now Stromanikowski picks it off. Gets around the defender. Got Jackman out in front. Stromanikowski right in front of the goal for Jackman. Can't kick it to his stick, and Stromanikowski couldn't get to it. Face-off is off to the right of the Kingston end. Campbell's got it behind the goal. He's getting followed back there by Borden, or Brown. Brown trying to keep it back there and set up a play back here to the line for Taylor. Taylor can't shoot. Sets it up to the other side for Shaw, who can't shoot it either as it went over his stick. And then there's a collision. Brown puts it behind. Now waits in front. Brown goes sliding into the post and takes the net off the borings. Face-off now is coming just outside the line, getting won by the Toros. Back in their own end to try and flip this out. Got wrapped around the boards. Knocked down by Campbell on net. Fires it wide. Coming around the other side here for White. Tried to get it back here to the line and can't get to it. From behind the goal, trying to set this up, got blocked away by Foreman on the rebound. Poked wide. Here comes an opportunity now, a shot, blocked it off to the right by Foreman. Toros trying to get it out of their own end. It's a lead pass up through center. Finding some open ice and comes up over the line there is Brown. Shot on net is gathered up there and pinned to the chest by Bash. Aiden Howard now to take this draw. From behind the net there, it's Tompkins trying to fire it around. Aiden Howard tries to cut it off. Jackman's going to help him out in the corner to try and get the puck free. Jackman trying to take it away from Waterman in behind the net. Kept in there by the Toros. Jackman got it back here to the line. Here comes a shot on net. Tipped on the way through, goes wide. Jackman out in front. Only a red sweater there to take it away. Up through center they come. Good job to stick to him. Make sure he couldn't make his way in. There was Bud as he tried to get around McGlynn. That goes over the stick there of Rattan trying to get this out. Back in their own end goes McGlynn after the loose puck. Around the boards it goes. It'll get kept in here by Kingston. Rattan shot on net, deflected as a left pad stop by Foreman. Trying to walk this out from behind the goal now. Around and tried to tip it out. Kept in here by Kingston at the line. Found and dumped hard off the boards, down the ice, and it's going to go just enough for icing. Face-off is off to the right of the Toros end. Kicked out of the draw, so waiting to take it now comes Stromanakoski. Trying to win this draw. It goes back in behind the net. It's an opportunity to try and clear as it's on the left side. From behind the goal, they try and dig it out. Here it comes with a centering pass. Got blocked away, and here come the Toros from their own end to try and cut this in. It's Stromanakoski up over the line. Shot on net. It's stopped there and covered up after the initial save by Bash. Now it's a face-off that's coming off to the left of Bash now in the Kingston end. Connor Cole to take it. Wins it cleanly back there for Taylor, who tried to take a shot on net. That got stopped by Bash. Tipped away past Taylor, but Taylor's able to be back there to take it away. And in comes an opportunity for number 76 to get to the loose puck. An opportunity to fire this around is going to get fired away through center, knocked down by Anglin at center ice. Trying to get around Anglin there was Connor Cole. He couldn't get to it. A lead pass is in the skates as he tries to kick it to his forehand. Stromanakoski from behind his own net now will fire it around here for Cole as they try and get it out. It's a lead pass up through center and back into the Kingston end. Anglin is going to take it from behind, and Ryan Brown's going to follow him and try to cause a turnover. From behind the net, the lead pass just went over the stick, or that could have led to an opportunity. Here's Nickel taking his man down. Riley Dennis, who then takes a hit by Dixon. From behind the goal now, Dixon coming after it. Dixon sees the pressure on there by Brown, who's going to try and dig the puck free on that right side. It's still loose. It's a battle back there and finally picked up there by Kingston, but Simon Smith trying to bump him off the puck. From their own end. Back to the line. Right from the slot, but can't shoot. Over here for Hodgins now. Cooper Hodgins will push it off to the side from behind the goal for Simon Smith. Smith trying to win that battle from behind the goal. Taken away by Kingston and sent down the ice for icing. Face-off now is just off to the left of the Kingston end. Rapper shot. Quick save right off the draw as Jackman got his shot away. Bash got a stick on it to make the save. 4:03 remains here in period number 2 before the two teams go off and have an intermission. Face-off is off to the left of Bash. Aiden Howard will take this draw. Getting kicked out of the draw there now, so Clark has got to take it for Kingston. Not out of the zone. Cameron Ryan is still able to keep it in, even though he was lying down on the ice. Around the boards it goes here for Clark. Cameron Ryan trying to keep it in here on the other end. Cameron Ryan digging away at it, along with Jackman as Borden tries to keep it alive. Picked off there by Aiden Howard, right to the front. Can't get a shot on net. McGlynn keeps it in with a shot. That gets blocked on the way through by Hawkins and dumped all the way back into the corner. We're going to go for this lead pass through center over the stick of everybody and picked up here by the Toros. From their own end now. Picked up here, thrown to the front of the net. Nobody was there to take it. Clark trying to jam it in from the side, and here's a shot. That's going to whistle in way off the back end boards, and we're getting a penalty out in front of the net, and it looks like it's going to go to the Toros on a battle out in front, and Salter may be the guilty party going to the box. As he was tangled up with a tussle out in front of the goal, it looks like Salter is going to be the one to take it once the Toros touch the puck. Campbell pushes it off to the corner, right in front. Nobody there. Kingston with the extra man on and Bash to the bench for that extra attacker. Now it's Campbell with it. Playing catch with it to the other side for Conboy, as Kingston just killing off some time here on the clock, so that could work in the Toros' favor, but now touched by Jackman, and we'll get the penalty call. It's 4 minutes for head contact to Tyus Salter. Face-off is off to the right of Foreman. So this is an opportunity now for Kingston to maybe get back into the game. Big penalty kill here on the Toros' end to try and kill this off before period number 2 is in the books. It's back in behind the goal. Trying to pin it back there and behind the net. He's getting some help. Good job on defense there by Riley Dennis, all on his own. Here's a shot that's going wide and not out. Kept in at the line. Rattan now. Rattan a shot. Nice block on the way through. This time it was Shaw who got in the way of it. Back to the corner. Shaw still feeling that block shot, but he's still out there. Looking to maybe try and block another one. But the Toros get the puck, and he has no need to as that gets sent down the ice. Back into the corner. He's going to try and win this battle in the corner here. Short-handed for an opportunity. It's back in behind the net. Both players are tangled up in behind the goal. And now it's finally going to come free for Kingston. Lead pass up through center for Bud. It's a 3-on-3 rush, and now Leonard joins in. But we're going to get a penalty coming up. The penalty from in behind the play goes to Waterman, who was tied up there with Simon Smith all the way up the ice out of the offensive end. So finally they got Waterman on a penalty. So we'll play 4-on-4 hockey. And it's 4 minutes that went to Waterman, so it must have been another head contact penalty. Strumanikovsky wins it back here for Dixon. Now it's an opportunity for Clark with a pass way over everybody. Taylor will pick that up. Off the boards, it tries to get here for Clark. They try and poke it back in and poke to the other side here for an opportunity for an open lane lead pass for Clark. But he's sandwiched in between Toros players as he brings it in offside. Face-off is just off to the left. Toros win that draw. Trying to move it from their own end with a pass for Strumanikovsky. Finds it and dumps it, trying to put it to himself. We're into the last minute of play of the second period with 45 seconds left to go from behind their own net. Toros trying to take a 3-goal lead to the dressing room, or maybe more as Blake Smith's out there, pushing that off to the left side. From behind their own goal, it's a lead pass, going way past everybody down the ice, and it goes for icing. Face-off won by Connor Cole. Here comes an opportunity to send one to the front of the net. It goes off to the corner Conboys after that. Comes around to the other side here to try and find an open lane. Got it up there for White. His pass is up through center and picked up here by Nickel, and his shot will go on net and be an easy blocker save for Foreman as he covers up. Aiden Howard will take this final draw of period number 2 in his defensive end. He won it against Nickel. Conboy's shot goes wide. That's going to do it for our period number 2. Our only goal scorer is a one-timer right in front of the net as the Toros padded their lead to go to the third, up 4-1. One more period to go here at the Rickard Arena on this Saturday night with the under-18 AA Toros holding on to a 4-1 lead to start off this third period. And here comes Strumanikovsky to lead it off. Right in on net, it misses Bash in the goal. Strumanikovsky getting another opportunity. This one he's going to drop off back to the line. Still 4-on-4 hockey for a minute, and then the Toros will get a power play as the 4-minute for big collision in behind the goal by Bash, and Strumanikovsky was caught. Here's a shot that's going in past the blocker hand of Foreman. Around the boards it goes here for Cole to try and get it out. It'll come away out over the line and now picked up there by the Toros on their own end. Flipped away, and here comes an opportunity. Trying to shoot it. That goes wide past the blocker hand of Foreman. Runs around the boards here back into the Kingston end. Anglin loses it. Aiden Howard walks in. Can't shoot it. Got taken down before he could pull the trigger. And now back up there comes Kingston from their own end. Let in now by Fountain. Fountain comes up over the line. Takes a hit in behind the goal. Riley Dennis sent him down. But now Fountain's back to his feet along with Hawkins to try and dig the puck free. Taken away by the Toros as they move it out. That they passes up here for Blake Smith, but overskated it at his own bench. Hawkins will move it over here to the other side, and that's an open lane for Clark. 1:07 now, a power play here for the Toros as the 4-minute penalty to Kingston is winding down. Hawkins right to the front of the goal, trying to jam it in from the side, and Foreman's having none of that. He was up against the post to make that save. It comes to the other side, trying to keep that in. Good job there on the other end by Hawkins. Trying to get that puck free on the other end. Toros will pick that up. They've got a man going to the front of the net, and it's Blake Smith who can't bat it down. Back into the Toros, and it goes as Foreman steers it off. Leaves it there for Taylor from behind his own goal. Trying to get around the defender, and he almost lost it right in front of the goal. Here's Simon Smith taking the pass, and it's offside. Faceoff comes out over the line now. It's going to be Smith taking it. And Smith wasn't ready, and Kingston won that draw pretty cleanly there by Tompkins. That shot goes wide. Shaw kicks that off on the right side now. Under 10 seconds left on the power play. Toros moving it around well, looking for a power play opportunity before it winds down. Here's a shot. That goes wide past the skate of Bash. Back into the corner it goes. As Brown's waiting out in front for a pass, Taylor takes it from behind the goal. Taken down, and no penalty on the play to Rattan. Trying to dig that free on the other end. It goes back in behind the net. Here comes an opportunity for Conboy as he's going to try and push this deep back into the Toros end as Ryan Brown and Conboy collided, trying to get this out of their own end. Brown on the left side waiting for a pass, but it's Shaw that tried to make his way through. Brown was in behind him to try and start something, and Shaw was getting tangled up. That goes over the jump of the defense, and back into the zone comes Liam McGlynn. McGlynn trying to win this battle in the corner against White. As they dig away at it, Connor Cole's going to help as well, as that goes up into the netting, and get a whistle. Face-off is off to his left. One there by the Toros. Salter trying to pick this up in his own end. Almost had it taken away from him. It goes back in behind the goal again. Salter fires it around. It goes there for Struminikoski to try and knock it down. It's from behind the net, coming around the other side. Here comes an opportunity. Anglin gets it over here to the other side as they move it in. All the way down the ice. Yes, we do get a nice and call. Face-off coming off to the left of the goal, trying to get it back here to the line. Riley Dennis trying to hold that in. It goes back in behind the goal now. Trying to win this battle on the other side. It's kept in again by Dennis right on goal. And that got stopped there by Bash, but he handled it pretty unconfidently as he pushed it back in behind the goal. From behind their own net. It's an opportunity to move it out for Kingston. Knocked down by Cole trying to send one to the net. Or Struminikoski. Cole trying to get it here on the other side. Cooper Hodgins back in his own end. Hodgins gets it to the other side as they look for an open lane. Riley Dennis dumps it deep hard around the boards to the other side. It's still loose here to try and get it back in front of the net for Logan Jackman. Jackman from behind the net will set it back there to the line. Right now, he has the winner as he scored the second goal of the period in the way back in the first period when the Toros jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Kingston quickly countered that by going up, by getting on the board with a shot over Foreman's shoulder, but a late goal with 10 seconds left by Blake Smith made things 3-1, and the Toros added to that with a goal in the second period, and that's where we stand right now with the Toros up 4-1, and as mentioned, this is part of a back-to-back. They travel to Belleville for a matchup with the Bulls tomorrow. Waterman dumps that in. Up through center against Clark. Here comes an opportunity to bring in a shot on net. Scores! A shot by Aiden Howard. Catches Bass up on the wrong foot, and it's 5-1. Face off here from center now. Got knocked down. Gets back up on his feet. Here comes an opportunity to shoot this. And that's into the back of the net. Off the post and in here. As that was number 17, I believe. And that is Leonard, who snapped that past the post and in past Foreman to make things 5-2. Sorry, 17 is Dixon. Dixon for Kingston has made things 5-2 with that shot going in off the post and in. Now it's back to a 3-goal game again. And Kingston are getting a power play as well, as that's going to go for holding. So that goal by Aiden Howard's looking pretty big right now. After Kingston made it 5-2 on a goal by Dixon, now they get to go to the power play with a chance to cut it to a 2-goal game, but Toros start off that power play for Kingston off right as they sent that down the ice and kill off some more time. We've just started, well, almost 8 minutes left to go here in period number 3, so still a lot of time left here. Rattan trying to move this out of his own end with a lead pass up the center. Over to the other side for White. Leonard does a good job to stay on side. They've got Nico waiting out in front for a pass, number 26. Still loose on the other side as Ryan Borden tried to get it out. He gets it up and out of play. Face-off is coming off to the left. Here comes an opportunity to shoot. Conboy can't shoot it. He pushes it off to the corner. Here's Taylor to wrap it around. Kept in here by Rattan. Pushes it off to the side. Trying to get it back here to the line again. He's going to wait. A shot. Blocked away by Foreman as we get a whistle. There's a big penalty kill here for the Toros. They don't want to see Kingston pop one on the power play here and get a little bit more momentum to go to their feet as they've already cut it to a 5-2 game. Here's Conboy keeping it in with a shot from the line that's not going to get through. Here's Rattan. Rattan can't shoot. Gets it to Conboy. Conboy shot right into the Toros crest of Foreman, but he can't control the rebound and it goes behind the net. Hodgins, as they find that, dump it right into Bash as he's going to stop that one and try and push it behind the goal there for Conboy. Conboy from his own end will start this in. He'll fire it deep and hope for somebody to get that loose puck, and that's Tompkins over there. Kept in here by Fountain from the line. Now for Tompkins. Tompkins can't shoot it as he got it knocked away from him. He's trying to get around Salter. Good job by Tompkins to send one to the net, but that got tipped up wide and over the boards by Hawkins. So it comes out over the line now. Just what the Toros need. 11 seconds left on their penalty. Here's a chance. Big save there by Foreman, who comes up big with a stick save on that breakaway and keeps it out. There's a shot from the line. He'll stop that too. Trying to keep this from their own end there by McGlynn. Around the boards it gets out and out of the zone. Picked up and fired right back in where it came from. Borden picks that up off the boards now. Hard around the boards there for Brown. They try and tip it out as that's up through center. Can't get to it. Connor Cole here on the other end along with Brown to try and put it in. Fired around the boards as they try and put this out. Bringing this up over the line there was number 73. Can't get to it. Back in the corner. Tyus Salter tries to backhand it away along with Brown. Up through center. Picked up and Connor Cole brings it in. Cole's going to come up over the line with a drop pass for Shaw. Shaw can't shoot though. Gets it back. Shot. Scores! Shaw at initial point he didn't have the puck. He was able to get it back and then made no mistake by snapping it past Batch, and it's 6-2. Face off from center, won by the Toros, and now Taylor tried to put it in. Taylor playing catch with it, trying to move this out of their own end. Pressing on there was White to try and get a turnover. Here's Brown with the loose puck. He'll flip that deep into the corner for Simon Smith and behind the goal. It's on the other side here for Shaw to try and get to it. Here comes an opportunity for Kingston to bring it in. He's not going to get around Salter. Salter got just enough of him. Kept in here by Kingston. A shot by Rattan is up and off a stick into the corner. Slapped around the boards by Salter now. Simon Smith picks that back up here in the zone as it comes around the other side. Backhanded away. Picked off there by a shot by Nickel and blockered off there by Foreman. And that is not going to have enough to go for icing. Back into the corner goes Rattan after it. Almost 5 minutes left to go here on this Saturday night. As he fires out wide was Rattan. Cooper Hodgins from his own end now. He sends it on goal, and Foreman is able to pick it up and then gives number 72 Tompkins a shot as he was in there looking for a rebound. Foreman didn't appreciate that at all. It looks like he tried to jab him with a stick when Tompkins was going by him there. Now Tompkins takes this draw from behind the goal now. It's Jackman trying to get it away. He got it up there. Cameron Ryan trying to win the race. And no icing. Cameron Ryan gets it. From behind. They get this out. Jackman trying to cut it off. It goes back here to the line. The shot on net is going to go wide. He kept in here by Riley Dennis with a shot. Right to the front of the goal for Cameron Ryan. Can't put it in as closing up the 5-hole is Bash. But Bash is a little bit hesitant to get to his feet after making that save. Picked off there, and Hannah can't shoot it. Cameron Ryan trying to tip this away up through center for Aiden Howard. Jackman's going to try and help out Howard on the other side. Cameron Ryan tries to bring it in. He was taking off his stick, and now Cameron Ryan dumps it deeper. Bash is going to keep that and drop it behind his own goal now. From their own end, they try and get it out. And that's Hawkins from behind the goal. Can't set it up in front. Right in front of the goal. They can't set it up there for Stramanikowski. Back here to Borden. Borden a shot. Stopped there by Bash. In behind the goal that goes. Right in front again. Can't convert on that. Kept in again by Borden. Ryan Borden a shot that doesn't make it to the goal. Coming around the boards and kept in by Liam McGlynn, who fires it wide. They try and get this back to the line. Taken away by Kingston. Flipped all the way down. And that is going to go for icing with 3:39 left to go on the clock. Face-off is off to the right of the Kingston goal. Connor Cole trying to dig this out. He's trying to get it there for Stramanikowski. Can't get one to the front of the net. It's back here to the other side for Kingston as they try and get it out of their own end. Knocked down by Taylor, who puts that back in behind the goal. They're trying to get this out of their own end. Picked off there by Smith, who fires it in. Blockered away there by Bash. Stramanikowski coming after it now. Stramanikowski tries to get this out of their own end. Back here to the line. Here comes an opportunity now. Brought in by number 8, White. Can't get to it. Picked up here by Nickel. Nickel with a pass. Here comes a shot. Wide of the mark. High off the glass. Another shot to the net by White. Can't get through. White again a shot. He will miss over the mark. Kept in by Campbell at the line. Campbell now for Nickel. Nickel a shot. Got blocked. Good job there. And Simon Smith can't get to it. Out comes Bash to play it out of his own end. Brown on the other end now. Trying to tip it in. Ryan Brown trying to get away from the defender. At the blue line. There's still over there for Shaw, who tries to put it in. Here to the other side for Rattan. He can't get it out. Dennis finds that. But his dump in is right in on goal. That's Shaw on the other end. He takes a hit. Still loose for Smith. Shot on net. Hit a stick and went in wide. Here comes Kingston from their own end now. Turned over. Here's Cooper Hodgins with a pass off the glass. Trying to find it on the other side. There's Kingston. That is number 72, Tompkins. Trying to go to the front of the net here for Hodgins, but can't get it past to him. Back in behind the net again for Hodgins. Tried to do the damage on the left side. From behind the goal now. Hodgins goes back to his spot at the line where he gets the puck and dumps it deep. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the game. Toros now with a 6-2 lead. Goes by Aiden Howard and Adam Shaw here in the third period has helped push the Toros to this lead. That one goes wide from behind the goal. It's back here for an opportunity to clear. He gets hit into the boards. It's back in behind the net again, trying to keep it tangled up. We're now into the last minute of play of the game. Bud trying to get around the defender. An opportunity now. Bud gets it to the other side, trying to find it. There was Rattan. He'll dump it deeper back into the corner. Retrieving it from behind his own net. There is Ryan Borden to try and get it away. A late pass was out of the reach of Blake Smith and put back in there by Dixon. Dixon's on the game sheet as he scored here in the third period. He made things 5-2 at the time before Shaw was able to make it 6-2. From behind their own goal again. Here's another opportunity to try and get this out. It's dug deep there into the corner. There's a shot there by Nickel that gets blocked. Under 20 seconds left to go now. Toros are still going to keep their good season alive here. Their only loss came in Whitby a couple weeks ago. They do have a tie thrown in there as well against North Durham, but they've also got a championship to be proud about as they went up to Niagara and won that championship, and since then they've come up with a couple wins in a row. They hope to keep that momentum alive when they travel for a road game to Belleville tomorrow. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday night. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.